We are here in Mutra, going on a walk in the heat, but it's a little cooler right now.
Yeah, we were going on a walk, and well, yeah, no, I have to say that it is cooler than usual. I can
Yes,
actually feel a breeze, and
exactly.
I don't know if that breeze is because we've been sweating, or I've been sweating, or it was I don't know, the man upstairs smiling down on us, feeling sorry for us. In this heat, it's been 50 degrees, 50 degrees plus, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, the past couple of days.
Yeah.
But I love it, actually, contrary to what, some people think. Uh, I actually love it. I love a good sweat, especially in the summer. Almost use it as an excuse to,
Really?
yeah, I
Yeah.
almost use it as an excuse to be able to sweat, unlike, unlike in the winters. Um, I don't know. It gives me a feeling of accomplishment. Okay, I did something. I sweated. There must have been a reason for it.
And right now, you could even just walk to your car and say that you sweated,
Mhm.
right? So,
Well, yeah, good point.
but no, I'm like you too. I know that people think I'm crazy going for walks, whether it's no matter. I feel that no matter right now, especially in summertime in Oman, whether you go outside in the early morning to exercise or in
Yeah.
the evening, it doesn't seem to really matter. It's just hot. So it's
Oh,
just a matter of, if you don't have time to, let's say, I know on the weekends, a lot of people like to go to the mountains because it is definitely cooler up there.
yeah.
But for those that don't want to drive or just are pressed for time, there's plenty of places to walk around nearby.
I know. I mean, I remember not so long ago. What was it? 3 weeks ago, when you took me to what was this place? No, a couple of weeks ago, a week ago. The
Where?
Wadi, the village.
Oh, Surur.
Surur, yes.
Surur village.
Yeah, the it's a tongue twister, I gotta say. How do you say it again? Well, surreal surur. And we decided we would do something different. So we just got into the car and we just drove. And it must have been about 11 o'clock when we
Mm.
left.
Yes.
And 11 o'clock, I know because I checked, it was like 48 degrees outside. Um, and it took a while for the car to get cool. But the ride was good. The ride was good, but that was because we were inside the car. And then we got out, and
Around noonish.
around noon-ish, yes, we got out about noonish, and uh, yeah, we went to that village. Stunning village, I have to say. Really, really nice village. But even there was nobody out. So, Erin, tell me, why were we?
Well, Freddie, good question. However, I guess I looked at it as let's just go for a drive. I want to go check out this village because I had been here a few years ago before they had done everything, with the Heritage Trail. And I wasn't really paying attention to the time. And I guess I know now that you probably, if you want to visit a village and walk around, probably best not to go at noon, especially in the summer. I don't know, just I
So,
know
was I complaining
common
that day?
sense. I mean,
Or was I right?
you weren't complaining, but it was. I just always think if we keep saying how hot it is, of course it's hot, but there's
Mm.
nothing we can do except for either get water, don't go to a village in the middle of the day. I'm telling this to myself, and maybe if you
No,
want to
she's
do
not.
something,
She's telling me.
if you want to do something like this, whether it's visiting a village, going for a walk, doing something outdoors, maybe wait till about 5:30 ish.
Yeah, roundabout now. It's close to 6, and the weather is lovely. I think it's got something to do with the green that's around us. Uh, the sun's setting. You got some sprinklers on. There's some waterfalls on. So I think it helps. It just helps, kind of psychologically with the way you feel. About being out in the dead of the summer. But just going back to what you were saying, no, I think it's uh, it's just fantastic getting out of the apartment or the house, just to be out on the street, on the road, on a hill, on a mountaintop, on a path somewhere, out in nature. Any excuse to be out in nature is always a good idea. I
Agreed.
think we don't. I don't necessarily pay attention to which time of the year it is, but I have to say that day um, was a realization for me. It was hot and hot. I mean, I could have just been baking
And
somewhere.
here I was. Oh, a
Uh,
door. Take a photo. Oh, this. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, this farm. Look at this. Look at this. Let's go. Let's go. A little bit
yeah.
further. A little bit further. Then we can go back. 5 more minutes, and then we can go to the car.
And I was starting to get hungry, and
So
I think,
hangry.
yeah, I was starting to get a little hangry, and I think some of the locals, met us. We met that wonderful family that
Yes. So
just,
kind.
yeah, they were just very, very kind. They saw us and they took us to his house, and they were doing barbecues, and I was like, what is wrong with these people? I mean, it's just past noon. The sun's just beating down on you like it's on a mission, and you've got a barbecue happening. But
Fantastic.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, the mishkak
I
was
agree.
delicious.
But you
So
know what? I
thank you.
mean, what delicious locally barbecued meat.
Yeah.
That was really, really good.
What a
And
treat.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, and then, yeah, what a lovely gentleman. And we took.
Hello.
Hello. That's another great thing about being out. I mean, random people will just say hi. That's another thing that just comes naturally with, Oman and its people. I
Yeah.
mean, the hospitality, the friendliness is just second to none, I have to say. So yeah, just going back to the village, the pathways. We went down one path and went down another. There were these little cafes, and I can only picture those cafes just looking so beautiful in the evening because they had string lights and LED bulbs strung all over, but no, they were not there at that time, and I don't blame them. It was hot.
And it was a Friday, I think, when we went. So, sometimes I think the cafes would be closed anyway, but it's okay. I think we said we would definitely, I mean, I would have loved to do an episode there, but it's just with the heat, it was
Yeah,
just no way possible to do it there, which is fine. And I think, in the winter, of course, go back there in the morning, early morning, because I imagine no matter what time of year it is, I'm sure it's busy after 4:30 anyway, regardless if it's
yeah,
summer or
yeah.
winter, which is
But
a
don't you?
great sign to see. Yeah.
Yeah. But don't you think being a Friday, those places would be open? I don't know.
They
It's
would
a
be open, but probably not
mm,
until in the afternoon, maybe after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because
yeah,
it's
mm,
Friday.
yeah, yeah. So, well, that was an experience. That was experience. I have to say. Erin would think I do not want to do that again.
No,
I
no, I know
I
you would
would
do it
like.
again,
I
just
would at
different
the
time
drop.
of the day.
I would at the drop of a hat. But no, it was the first time I've been in Oman for over 2 decades now, and I've seen every summer, and it did not deter me from going out and just doing my thing. People would call me crazy, mad, stupid. It didn't stop me from just getting my shoes on, my shorts on, and just going out. But that particular day, I don't know what it was. It was just
Hot.
hot. And it was just dry. There was no breeze. I think that may have had something to do with it. Right. I'm not gonna go on, complaining about how hot it's been.
We
you
get
know,
it, Freddie. It's hot.
yeah, I know. But Erin, it's always good to get out, right?
Yes, agreed.
it's always good to get out, regardless of what time of the year it is, right?
Right.
The winters are beautiful,
Yes.
so you already have an excuse, right?
Right.
The fall's always nice, so there's more excuse. But we still do it in the summer,
Yes, we do.
and regardless of you know how hot it is, what would be, say, your top five walking trails for exercise, even in the summer?
Well, I would think, and I'm just basing these on, you know, close proximity to Muscat, because as I mentioned, there's nothing like a good hike to a wadi, the wadi hikes in the summer, but those are further away. And again, if you're pressed for time and just want to be out, just want to go for a short walk, after work
Yeah,
one day, or you want to try to fit in a walk before work in the early, early morning. Um, there are several, as you mentioned, my top five. I would say, first of all, here we are in Mutra. There are a
yeah,
couple of options here. Um, we are near Reham Park.
yeah,
So you could even just walk to Reham Park, walk around the park, and then, cross the street and walk along the Corniche.
yeah,
And just, that's a nice walk. Another one that I would like is, if you want to continue, you can kind of do a whole loop. So, for example, you walk past by the souk, in this direction, then you would continue walking. You would go near the fish market, and then there's a roundabout there, and then you could turn and go straight along that roundabout and do a whole loop as if you're going toward Lulu. So that's a nice loop as well.
yeah. I remember that. Yeah, we've done that loop, haven't we?
Yeah.
Mm. And to put it in perspective, um, it's it's a loop. Um, from start to finish, it's about 6K.
Yes.
In fact, I measured it the other day, and it was 6.12K. And a nice brisk walk took us about 45, 47 minutes
Yeah.
around that. So it's the equivalent of either going straight or going to a particular path to cover a certain distance. I know how some people like to do that. They go to familiar walkways, familiar paths that that kind of relate to them, because they know I start there at this time, I finish here at this time.
Right.
If I go back and forth, I complete this amount of time. So if it's something you're looking for, around about the distance of about 6.5K, then yeah, that's one loop.
Yeah.
Around the Corniche and around the Lulu Walkway.
And the nice thing, I
Yeah,
just want to add before I go on to the next one, and sometimes, to be honest, especially in this weather, sometimes I base my walk on, do I feel like, maybe, if, for example, if I'm going to do this loop, or, maybe more towards the souk area, I might base it on, because I want to stop and grab a juice, or I want to sit down and
right,
maybe have a karak and just kind of
right.
take a break. So sometimes I base my walks on snacks and food,
Yeah.
more than
So
exercise. But
So I was going to ask you a question. You know how you always say you go through the souk,
yes,
and have they? I mean, has everybody around the souk sort of got to know that you actually live here now, or are you still shouted at as a
no, I'm still.
tourist?
That's the thing. That's going to be a discussion for another day about souks around Oman. But nope, I'm still considered a tourist, because every time I walk through the souk, it's buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Because anyway, we won't go into it. That's another episode for another day.
Oh, right.
But yeah, but no,
You're keeping the discounts away from us.
yes, yes, indeed. Um, but another walk that I like is also Bustan, which,
Mm,
what we like to do is, when I used to live in Wadi Kabir, we would walk from Wadi Kabir towards Busan, and it's kind of a nice short one. I'd say about, maybe, what, 4Ks, 5Ks, maybe.
from no, that's a really good one. I mean, yeah, thanks for bringing that up. That is really good. I mean, I think we should do that
I
next.
agree. It's been a while.
It's been a while since we did that, and there are two reasons why we particularly like what we call the Bustan walk. It's because you start at the beginning of a brutal incline. Okay, and it's a brutal incline. It's basically a lunge. It's not even a walk, and you end at the roundabout on the way. Well, you end at the actual Bustan Palace Hotel roundabout,
Right.
and you come around the roundabout. Now remember, you've had an incline going there, which means you've had a decline going down. So coming back means another incline.
Oh, it's a good
Oh
one.
yeah,
Yes.
and coming back down to your starting point is another decline. So if you want to, just push yourself. There are many reasons to do that. You've had a hard day at work, just go for it, sweat it out, let all that stress out, on that decline, take it out on that path, you know, back and forth. Um, that route, I would say, is a good 10K, up and down from Wadi Kabir
Yeah.
down to the roundabout. That would be about, well,
Depends on where you start, though,
yeah,
too. I mean, if you start further away, for example, if you want to park, let's say you want to park your car at Lulu all the way down, it'd be further. But if you want to park it, just before the horses,
yeah,
as you're approaching, if you
that,
wanted to park kind of by there,
yeah,
it would be. And then, of course, sometimes what I'd like to do too is at the Bustan roundabout, instead of turning back around, sometimes I've just gone left to continue a little further
right,
to get a few more steps in
yeah,
and then come back around.
yeah. Um, I've done that a few times, and what I would do is sometimes I would start at the Indian school Wadi Kabir,
Okay.
and then make my way straight ahead across the incline down to the roundabout and back all the way to the school. That was 16K. So
Wow. Well done.
8K down, 8K back. A little less starting from, yeah, the horses,
Yeah.
right where you used to stay. Um, Up and down, that's about 11K. So it's a good number of steps in. It's good time. It's a great workout. It's fantastic cardio. It's a good um, uh, muscle giver, especially for your lower body, your legs, quads,
Yeah.
glutes, calves, everything. So, yeah, it's, I mean, a Thursday evening, fantastic because you can sleep in on a Friday, give your body some rest, let your body thank you for it. Yeah, the Bustan walk is definitely a good number two. What's your
Yeah.
number three?
In that area is the Wadi Kabir hike, which we did a few months back. And you basically,
The
there's
Wadi
if
Kabir. Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
park at
Yeah.
that parking lot there in Wadi Kabir, you go up the hill.
Anywhere else you would park?
Well, no, you could park, because there's a few locations there to
Don't
park.
mind me.
Don't mind Freddie. I think the sun and the heat is getting to him.
Well, that's the thing. You see, there's no sun and there's no heat.
That's
So,
true. That's true. Never
I'm
mind.
in a better mood.
That's yeah, which is good for all of us around. But that one is the Wadi Kabir viewpoint is where you would park, and then
Yeah.
that one is a good one. I've done it for sunrise and at sunset, so that's a really nice one. And that one you can kind of go. Well, you'll see the painted rocks, the red, white, and yellow rocks that will be painted.
Yeah.
So you can just follow that, and then eventually you go up top here. Or if you want to just kind of explore around that area, there's just some other random paths that you can just take and just kind of mill around.
No, I particularly like that hike. It it's it it's quite amazing actually. How remote that place was.
Yeah.
The vegetation, the pathways, the shapes, the colors, the rocks, the just that height as well. It did feel for me that I was somewhere else actually.
Yeah, and
It didn't
it's
feel like I was in close to Wadi Kabir.
yeah.
It didn't feel like it. How did you feel about
Oh,
that?
that's the same, and it's really, as you were saying, it's really nice views.
Yeah,
And we saw other people on the trail, which is nice, and it's also one, as you say, it's nearby. So
Yeah.
if you are kind of again pressed for time and just want to do something, because that's another one that if you just want to walk up the main road, you can, and then just stop. You still see there's still a nice viewpoint there.
Yeah.
Or if
Yeah.
you want to keep going an extra 20 minutes, then you've
Yeah.
got that viewpoint as well.
Yeah. No, I like that one. I like that one. I didn't do that route before. That was the first time I did it.
Oh, really?
When,
Oh, I didn't
yeah,
realize that was your first time.
yeah, I hadn't done that route before. So right, so we did. Okay, so we've done the Matra Loop, we've done the Bustan Walk, we've done the Wadi Kabir Trail.
Yes.
I like those names, by the way. So number 4.
I would say in this area, it's not really a walk, but Sadab. That's one that I'm choosing that one because while it's not just a walk, I find it kind of easy. And then I look at that one as if you need to cool off because eventually, you walk up a ladder. It looks more intimidating than it is. And then there's a maybe about 15 minutes away, then it leads you to a beach, and then you can stop there and swim if you want.
Oh, so is this the Siddharth hike?
Yes.
Oh, you go over the 2 peaks?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the one I'm saying where
That's a really good
it's
one.
not a walk, but it's still close by. It's not as difficult.
Yeah.
And plus, because I always think, okay, if people want to swim, if you want to swim, but you want to kind of have that privacy, that's a good spot to go to.
Yeah. No, it's a lovely spot.
The beach is hidden.
Spot. Yeah.
In a way in terms of how you get there.
No, it's a beautiful spot. It's got a couple of patches that require a bit of a lunge.
Yeah.
But overall, it's got some stunning views. I know I love the dead drop view from the top of that mountain straight down.
Perfect for sunrise.
Yeah. And the little beach that is just there. It's just so beautiful. I mean, the colors again, absolutely stunning during the sunset, during the sunrise, and I don't know if I should know what the size of crabs should be, but I've seen a few, but not like these. These were quite big, quite big. And I mean, to me, they were like ninja crabs. I mean, they walked sideways and backwards and front, and I don't know.
They're fast,
and they're very, very fast. Yeah, but no, stunning scenes all around. Really, beautiful, beautiful colors. If you go down there during the sunset or the sunrise, the greens, the blues, the turquoise.
Oh, I was just say the turquoise water. Oh my gosh, just beautiful.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
really, really good. And number 5.
I would say for those that just want a walking path, Karoom, Shati Karoom has a nice walkway there. And they've also got some cafes along the way. So it's a great spot. I mean, it's busy, but you'll see people out early morning and also evening. But I just think that also nearby, and if you just really want a leisurely place to go, and just kind of relax. You can even go to the beach, go walk on the beach there, or the pathway is nice as well, the walkway.
So what, I mean, what are you more in favor of? Crowded paths or paths that allow you to move around?
Paths that allow me to move around.
Okay, got it. Because I was going to say, Kurum, I love it. I really, really like it. Only during the winters because there's so much choice. You could take the road, you could take the path, you could take the beach.
True. Yeah.
You could take high tide, low tide. In that space. But for me, I mean, sometimes it just gets a little overwhelming. When you're either running or walking around, because you're not running or walking anymore. You're avoiding people. While you're trying to get a workout or trying to do an exercise. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful, beautiful, stunning location, and I don't see why anybody would not want to go there. But I guess to enjoy Kurum, for me, I would probably pick a certain time in the day to go there.
So what time would you
And
go, and where else would you go for a
it
walk?
well, it would be early morning,
Mm.
in Kurum, and probably um, maybe an hour before dusk.
Yeah.
Yeah, around about, around about that time. Um, it's really, really um, a stunning view, especially with during sunset.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Sunset is
with the
gorgeous. Yeah.
with those palm trees in the background,
Yes.
and it's hard to say that that place is around Oman. Yeah, but no, Kurum is another one. Kurum's another good one.
And but for you though, where would be your ultimate place if you wanted to go walking, especially now with the summer or even winter, of course. But now, I mean, obviously, it's
Yeah,
what do you
I mean,
prefer right now?
uh, I don't really have a preference, um, because I'm I tend to more focus on how far I've walked, or
Okay.
how much energy I've spent, or how much I've worked out, uh, with a walk or a run or a jog. Um, I'm busy counting how many steps I put in. So it doesn't really matter that much, for me. As long as I've got a pavement and some shoes, that's it. I'll just go for it. I tend to choose parts that have got a few challenges on them.
Hills, you like hills.
In
I know
yeah,
that. Yeah.
in terms of inclines and declines. So wherever they are, I probably choose that. Roundabout where we live, which is Matra. I don't. What do they call it? They call it Matra Heights. Do they call it Matra Heights, or do they call it Matra? Well, it's the historic part of Matra. Okay. Um, there's lots of inclines and declines and hills,
True, very
and ups
true.
and downs.
Yep.
So that location is a really good one for me. Another good one is the path that goes from Star Cinema, the Oman Telecommunications
Oh
Tower,
yeah. Yep.
all the way up towards the CID office, towards the churches, and then pan left down towards um, the Ruby Hotel, and come around. It's got some nice ups and downs. You got to lunge, you got to go, you got to kind of jog down. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've been living in the same area for a very long time, so it's it. I mean, these areas just sort of come to me like in default, so to speak.
Right.
Um, and I mean, yeah, that happens unless Erin drags me out,
At noon.
because she's mad at me over something I don't know.
That
Uh,
is not true.
no, that is not true at all. um, Under the sun, but I have to say, every path, every walk, every hike, every trip, has been stunning. Well,
Mhm.
there you have it. Perfect timing. We wanted the light, we got the light, and now the sun's gone down. There's still some of it left. Um, I don't know if you can hear it, but I am just so stoked. I want to stay here for the rest of the evening. All I can hear are the sounds of nature. Yeah,
And it's beautiful.
yeah,
And
it's absolutely beautiful. It really is.
yeah. And
It
again,
really it
yeah.
For some reason today it doesn't feel like it's the summer. It feels like it's the first week of September, the last week of August.
Even
Yeah,
yesterday going out, I was out at the same time coming back and it was just sweltering, but I thought, okay, it's fine.
yeah.
But, and I told you too, as we were walking, it's not as bad today as it was
I
yesterday.
know, I know. I mean, there's a light breeze, and I mean, again, the senses are quite funny because you suddenly tend to have a sense of calm and peace and tranquility when you when you look at the sky, when you hear the sound of water, when you hear the birds
Yes.
around, when you got green all around you, I think it does something to you. And yeah, not a few hours ago, not too long ago, it was 51 degrees right here,
Oof, if you can believe it. Yeah.
if you can believe it. That's true. And right now, I think it's just gone down 20 degrees already.
You think?
Right now, here in this spot,
Only where we're sitting,
you know.
it's gone down 20 degrees.
Well, believe it, because that's what I'm feeling right now.
I know, I'm just giving you a hard time because every day I go out and Freddie, it's so hot. I can't believe we're going out. Are you nuts? It's like, well, I can't sit inside all day. I got to get out.
Yeah, of course. Get out. No, you
Not
should.
at noon, though.
I
Don't
should.
go walking at
But
noon like
I don't
we
know. There
did.
must be something wrong with people to go out at noon to take a walk.
Well, that would be me he's referring to. But no, in all honesty, yes, of course, when you are out,
Yeah.
whether it's early morning, late afternoon, bring water, wear a cap, put on
Yeah.
some sunscreen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Don't forget that.
And of course, if you need to stop, take a break, go inside,
Yeah.
some AC, whatever you need. But if you can get outside,
Yeah.
I mean, and you don't feel like driving very far, don't want to
Yeah.
drive a couple of hours to the mountains, or, just want to do something 15, 20 minutes. Just
Yeah.
so many areas. And I think a good point is, like we were talking about, some of the nice places around, and Freddie, you make a good point. Even if you just put on your shoes and go, even in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a nice thing too to do.
And I've always found getting your shoes on is just another excuse to de-stress.
Agreed.
Because once your shoes on,
You gotta go somewhere.
You gotta go somewhere.
If you're like me,
So-
even just to go get a tea, it's somewhere.
But did you get your karak today?
I didn't, so I was
Are you
thinking
gonna get a karak on the way back?
maybe, or maybe I don't know.
Right. I mean,
Depends.
karak. Yeah, that's the Omani flavored tea that is one of Erin's biggest, if not strongest, guilty pleasures.
But I haven't had it in a while, so I think it's time
Yeah.
I treat myself. But
I know.
Let's see.
Yeah, you should go for it.
let's see.
So-
Maybe we'll stop somewhere. If maybe
Yeah.
so. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll walk along the Corniche first,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe whatever we fancy.
Well, I mean, to give you, an idea about, karak, how they have connoisseurs and sommeliers. Well, you got Erin's.
I am always on the lookout for a good karak.
I know, right?
Always.
So, yeah. So there you have it. I mean, our top. Well, it may not be the top for some. It may not be the top for others.
Options,
but for
I guess
us,
we'd say.
these are some of the options that we like. Even in the summer, get yourself out. Still, it doesn't matter. I know I was being laughed at when I said it's about 20 degrees lower. Well, you know what? Just let me give you some perspective. I'm going to pan this around. Scene around where we are right now. Doesn't that look beautiful? Yeah, there you have it.
We're gonna go continue our walk.
Good chat.
Very good chat. And if anyone else that's watching has any other suggestions of where you'd like to walk, summer or even in the winter, let us know in the comments. See you later.
We'll see you later.